Sacramento State becomes the latest team to join the FBS. It will become a football-only member in the Mid-American Conference, a.k.a. the MAC, and the 13th team in that league this year. Let's talk about what this move up from FCS means for Sacramento State, what it means for the MAC, what it means for college football. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. How do you feel about Sacramento State making the move from FCS to the FBS 2026? Sacramento State has been pushing for this for quite some time. They want this. They have tried to dig into their alumni base and show everybody that they are not going to enter into this thing broke. Just somebody give him an opportunity. And less than a week after North Dakota State makes the move to the Mountain West, the MAC extends an invitation, and Sacramento State accepted it, become that 13th school. They will be replacing Northern Illinois, who is leaving the MAC to join the Mountain West, which is interesting from a geographical standpoint. For instance, if you looked at the Mountain West, say a decade ago, you would see a bunch of teams that are regionally based, right? If you looked at the Big Ten a decade ago, you would see a bunch of teams that are mostly regionally based, right? Rutgers, Nebraska, so forth. Now, you're going to look at the MAC and see a team from the West Coast playing in it, which hasn't happened in quite some time. And if you look at the Big Ten, it's coast to coast. It's Rutgers to USC. You look at the ACC, it's Wake Forest and Winston-Salem, North Carolina, all the way to Berkeley, California, where Cal is, or Palo Alto, where Stanford is. It truly is a national game. It used to be a regional game, no longer. Not even the Mid-American. The MAC can say that, where teams used to be just Bowling Green, Toledo, Western Michigan, our favorite directional schools, if you will. And now you've seen just how much it means for those programs to have success. Northern Illinois gets to make the move to the Mountain West mostly on the strength of what they were able to do in 2024, which is beat Notre Dame on the road and be the only team to beat them in the regular season, as Notre Dame ended up in the national championship game, the college football playoff. That rings out. Those things matter. North Dakota State has been the best team in FCS for 15 friggin' years. Their move up to FBS could make them one of the best teams in all of college football, just on the strength of their resume and what they could do against their competition. We'll see what else the Mountain West and the MAC come up with when we get these schedules released, but this is big business now. It's going to cost $12 million alone to the Mountain West for North Dakota State to enter, plus the $5 million you're paying the NCAA. Sacramento State's going to pay $18 million to the MAC, plus the $5 million you got to pay the NCAA. That fee that the NCAA used to collect to reclassify you from FCS to FBS, 2023, that was $5,000. Now it's $5 million, mostly to try to prevent teams like Sacramento State or North Dakota State from entering in FBS. I don't mind telling you, 3 years ago, there were 134 teams in FBS. Now, there are 138 teams in FBS. And the new teams, most of them have been very, very competitive from the jump. 4 of the last 6 teams to make the leap from FCS to FBS have been bowl eligible in their first year. Delaware, Missouri State, James Madison, remember them, how good they were? I would expect to see North Dakota State, and for that matter, Sacramento State, going all in on this. Now, what's interesting about these two programs is, are they going to succeed where others have failed in getting the waiver to play postseason football? Famously, James Madison starts out 10-0, doesn't get to play for the Sun Belt Championship or in a bowl game. Sucks, because it's one of the best stories in all of college football. But it was difficult to rank them because you didn't know how that might mess up or muddy up the college football playoff. Now, we look around, and you could just as easily see a team like North Dakota State running through the Mountain West, get to say 10-0, 12-0, and not get to play for a conference championship because by rule, NCAA has a probationary period of 2 years that does not allow for teams to play postseason football. Conference championship games are postseason football. Bowl games are postseason football. And yes, the college football playoff is postseason football. Imagine North Dakota State is the best team in the Mountain West, or for that matter, Sacramento State's the best team in the MAC, and they are ranked inside of the top 12, the college football playoff rankings. That can mean so much to those programs, to those conferences. Mountain West has had a taste with Boise State making the college football playoff. If you get a team that goes on a run, you can pull back as much as $20 million for the conference. When it costs $18 million just to join, and you take a look at what the television contracts dole out, yeah, you want to get as many teams into that as you can. And this is where the calculus comes. The more value you can show and provide to television networks, the more money you can charge for your conference to be aired on their airwaves. The way you do that is, I know y'all hate to hear this, being ranked. And being ranked means winning a bunch of games, means beating a bunch of people. And you get into the college football playoff, we care more about you, more eyeballs. Think about Indiana going from garbage, to use that French word, to absolutely outstanding, amazing as a football program and team. My God. They were the losingest football program in all of FBS up until earlier last season. Think about that. They'd gone 11-2, and they reeled off a 16-0 national championship, and they were still just barely out of the cellar of all of FBS teams. Now, if you can take that and throw it over the top of any program with a large alumni base with a lot of money, either or, frankly, Sacramento State, North Dakota State, what else are you capable of? SMU is also my favorite example of this. They moved to the ACC, and they don't even need to take the television money. They say, cool, we'll sit it out, and they make the college football playoff because they're playing Power 4 football, and they don't have to sit out any probationary period. They're in it to win it. Memphis showed up at the Big 12's door with $200 million and says, we just want to weigh in. And the Big 12 says, nah, we good, because that is a team that can come in and perhaps compete for your money, but also, can afford to say no to a television deal for the foreseeable future. Like, I never want to play poker with people that got money to burn, because that's not poker anymore, right? That is, I got more money than you, and I can afford to lose more often, and you take more chances. Now you're going to see, I think, the Big 12 have to really look at teams like Memphis and others and go, how can they help us? Can they help us? Especially when these television deals come up. And if we go to 16 teams or 24 teams, yeah, the size of your conference is going to matter. Getting to the 18 teams that the Big 10 has is going to be more important. It's one of the reasons people want to lop off the Power 4 and make another playoff national championship. But for now, this is where we are. Sacramento State gets to join the big boys, as it were, play FBS football 2026.